What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do a natural eyeshadow look with a pop of color underneath. So if you'd like to know how to achieve this makeup look, just keep on watching. What's up guys? So let's get right into this tutorial. So I'm going to spray my face with my Sue New York Revitalizing Rose Mist. Okay. I love that stuff. Okay. So now I'm going to do my brows with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder in taupe. Okay. So I'm just going to fill in my brows. As usual, I'm not going to be shaping them, just filling them in. Okay, and fill in the other one. So now I'm going to carve out my eyebrows just a little bit, and I learned a new trick, and so instead of highlighting it with my concealer like I have been doing and then putting the highlighting shade on my brow bone eyeshadow wise, I'm just going to be taking my Fit Me concealer and using that to kind of give that a sharper edge. I'm using an e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm just carving those out just a little bit. I'm also going slightly over the top of them, just a little bit to kind of carve that out. Okay. I'm going to use the brush to kind of blend out the edges. And kind of blend that in just a little bit. Okay. The reason I'm using my Fit Me concealer is this makeup tip that I recently attained from Mikey on Glam & Gore. She uses a concealer that is the same shade as her skin tone to carve out her brows. And my mind has gone blank, so I can't exactly remember why, but it looked better than what I saw my brows looking. So if you want more information on that tip, go ahead and go check out her eyebrow tutorial on her channel. I will link the video below for you guys. Okay. So now I'm going to go in and prime my eyes with my NYC color palette, using that primer that's in there. There went my plastic thing, I'll get in a second. Just using my finger to apply that all over the lid and up to the brow bone. And there we go. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. setting powder. Because there's so little left in this container, for this particular thing, I'm going to go ahead and take my Wet n Wild brush, since this is a translucent powder. I mean, it looks white, but it goes on translucent. So because it's a translucent powder, I'm just going to go ahead and use my Wet n Wild blending brush to pick up that product and tap it all over the lid. Okay. So to the side. Okay. Now we'll get straight into the eyeshadow, which is probably going to be my favorite part of this entire look. And I'm going to go in with my BH Cosmetics Fluffy Brush to take, where's my palette? There it is. I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette in the shade Silk Cream. And put that in my crease. I have an eyelash in my eye. Just using windshield wiper motions and then taking and doing little circles towards the outer corner. Okay, and then do that on the other side. Okay. So now I'm just going to go in with a packing brush from BH Cosmetics. It is the Pinka Dot set. And I'm going to go in with the shade Obsessed, which is that color on the far left on the third row. I'm just going to put that on my lid. This is another one of my kind of like go-to natural looks. And then for this video, I'm going to do another thing I've done. I only did it once, and so what I'm going to be doing is on my under eye area, I'm going to do a pop of color instead of taking the same color as that outer corner. Okay, so now that that eye's done, and on the other side. Okay, I don't know why I keep closing this palette and I'm using it. Okay, so now I'm going to go out with this rounded tipped brush from the Sculpt and Blend set from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to go in with the shade Mocha, which is this color right here above Abyss. And I'm just going to take small tapping motions and put that in the outer corner. Okay, I'm going to take my Wet n Wild brush. I'm going to blend that out. I don't know why I just went towards the palette with that brush. Okay, now over top of Mocha, I'm going to take that weirdly shaped like brush that I used in my smoky eye tutorial, and I'm going to go in with Buns, which is the shade right here. And then I'm going to take that Wet n Wild brush and blend that out again. Okay. And then just to reinforce that lid shade, I'm going back in with Obsessed and just kind of tapping it over top. Making sure those two colors fade seamlessly. And there we go. Okay, and of course I'm going to do my under eye after I finish my face makeup. So now I'm going to go in with my primer that I forgot to get out, so one moment please. Here's that. Okay, I'm going in with my Milani Prime and Shield, or Prime Shield face primer. My next video will not go up till after Thursday because the reason it's taken me so long to get this video up is I am working on getting everything packed because for the summer I'm moving back to Dallas because that's just the way my life is going to work for the next couple of years. Is during the summers I'll be in Dallas and during the school year I will be in Odessa. Depending on my school schedule, of course. Because I've heard cosmetology school does not take summer vacations. So I guess we'll just find out, huh? Taking that down my chin a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Cover Stick Corrector Concealer in the shade Green. I'm going to just put that in a couple of places. And then I'm going to take my Beauty Blender and put all that in, or pat all that in. Okay, now I'm just going to be taking my Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me Foundation in the shade 122 Creamy Beige. Put a little bit on that cap. And I got it on this side, so we're just going to go. Okay. I'm going to start applying that to my face, patting it in with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. And I am using my Beauty Sponge damp. Just patting it all in. Take it down the chin and neck. Oh, and guys, I'm going to give y'all a quick tip on how to pick your foundation. And I got this from a Ulta employee. When you're picking your foundation, put a tiny bit on your skin from like a tester tube and like put it on like the inside of your wrist or something, and wait for it, then leave, go look at something else, and come back once the foundation has dried and then finished oxidizing. Because sometimes some foundations will oxidize darker than they look, and so don't pick your foundation based on what it looks wet, like when it's wet, because when it is dry it is going to be quite a bit darker. Just wiping the excess foundation off the cap. Okay. Now I'm going to take my Fit Me concealer in the shade Light. This is my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I'm just going to take that under the eye, down the nose, and kind of fan that out. And do that on the other side. Down the forehead and nose. Kind of create a fan on my forehead. Across my chin, a little right there. And then we'll just go over and put foundation, concealer over anything that needs some extra coverage. And blend that in with my concealer sponge. And I forgot to put my Tarte concealer on. I'm sorry. Right there. Okay. And just taking and blending all that in. And there we go. Oh, forgot that. There's this pimple there, and it doesn't have a head on it, so I can't pop it, and it's honestly kind of frustrating, because it's not painful or anything, but it's there, and I don't want it to be. So now we are going to I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics brush. It's the flat brush from the BH Cosmetics Sculpt and Blend set, and I'm going to try my best to use this to set my under eye. Trying to decide when I go back and get sculpting powder, because I'm hoping to go before Thursday. I'm trying to decide when I go get more powder if I should do the Airspun or e.l.f. because I used to use Airspun every once in a while, and then I just stopped using it, and I don't know why, but it was a great setting powder, but I also really like e.l.f. So I guess that's a decision I'm going to have to make. Give me y'all's opinion. What do y'all think? I'm honestly okay with either. Okay, now while that's baking, the under eye is baking, I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics angled brush from the Sculpt and Blend set, and I'm going in with my Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. I'm just going along there under my cheekbones. Up the sides of my face and along the hairline on my forehead. So just to let you guys know, the video I'm planning on filming while I'm in Dallas is going to be a brothers do my makeup tag. No, not brother does my makeup tag, brothers. Both of my brothers are going to be in this video doing my makeup. I'm going to basically just tell them one of you gets this side of my face, the other gets this side of my face. It's going to be lots of fun, you guys, so make sure you check that out when it is finished. Best way to do that is, of course, hit that subscribe button down there under this video so that you will get notified when the video is up. Okay, so now that that's done, for blush, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Cream Blush Palette, and I'm going to go in with this light pink shade up here on the top left. I'm just going to take that and I'm going to dab lightly over the apples of my cheeks and pull it back. So these cream blushes are very pigmented. So if you try to tap a whole lot in one place, it's going to be really dark and you're going to look like a doll or a clown. Take your pick. And it's going to look terrible. The first time I used these, I didn't know that, and it was right before I had to be somewhere, so I had to go out looking like that, which is why I'm warning you now that if you buy this palette, don't try to apply a whole lot at once in one place. Kind of tap around and not one little circle or something, like tap all over where you want that blush. Okay. Now I'm going to take that BH Cosmetics brush that I used to set and bake my face, and I'm going to go over all that and kind of just blend all of it out, which softens up that blush, and it looks a little bit darker than it probably does on camera because I can't hardly see it on camera. But I promise you it's quite a bit darker than it is on camera, which is why I want to soften it. And then I'm just going to blend along that hairline. Down the sides of my face. Hold a couple of my eyebrows up this. There we go. Now for highlighter, I'm going to be taking the LA Splash Cosmetics Diamond Dust in the shade Nude Diamonds. I got this off of the Morphe site. I'm just going to take my finger and run that along my cheekbones. This is actually an eyeshadow product, but I've always used it as a highlighter. I don't think I've ever used it on my eyes. As you can see, I've gone over that one spot several times, and the reason for that being is I'm taking very, very little product and building it up, because if I don't, it's going as much as I want to highlight, I don't want it to be super blinding with this look because that's going to take away from that pop of color we're going to go with under our eyes. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to take it on my finger down the bridge of my nose, tip of my nose, and the center of my forehead, and my foot just fell asleep, which seems to be a common problem in this position. Tiny bit there, and so on the Cupid's bow. Okay, there we go. Close my bronzer before I knock it over and spill it, because yes, I am that clumsy. I'm gonna go and blend all that out so it's not so striking in just one place. That way it's more blended out and looks more natural. Natural. Okay. Forgot to blend out my nose, didn't I? Okay. So before we go in with that pop of color, I'm gonna highlight the inner corner in my brow bone, and I'm gonna go in with Beam, which is that second light shade on that first row in the Jaclyn Hill palette. Pop that in the inner corner with a pencil brush from BH Cosmetics Pink Dot set. And along the brow bone. Okay. There we go with that. Now I'm just going to blend that out, and then I'm going to go with that pop of color, which is also going to come from the Jaclyn Hill palette. So yes, I'm going in. All my eyeshadows in this look are from the Jaclyn Hill palette. At least all the eyeshadows on my eyes. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with that squared flat end brush from BH Cosmetics Pink Dot set, and I'm going to go in with the shade Jada, which is that bright green next to, like, bluish shade next to Pool Party on that bottom row. I'm going to go in real lightly to start. I'm going to pull my mirror up here so I can see better. It's about to start getting loud because my younger cousin just walked into the house. Kind of intensify that shade just a little bit. I'm looking up at my mirror up here so I can see where it looks less intense from a distance. And there we go. So that shade is on that eye. Now I'm going to take it on the other eye. And there we go. There it is. I set my Wet n Wild brush on the counter. And not back in the cup, so it confused me. Okay, I want that to blend out a little smoother, so actually I changed my mind. I'm gonna use a different shade from a different palette. Actually, no I'm not. No I'm not, never mind. Forget what I just said. I'm gonna go in with Silk Cream on my Naked brush on that flat end. I'm just going to take Silk Cream, just a little bit of it, on the tip of that brush, and I'm going to kind of blend that out. Kind of smoke it out on that outer edge. The reason I like using this brush in particular for that particular step is because the bristles on that flat brush are stiffer than the ones on my bristles on my packing brush for my BH Cosmetics set. So it works better to blend that out, but gives me a nice edge to work with. And so now I'm going to go in with eyeliner. You could go in with white or black eyeliner. For this video, I'm going to go in with black. I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner in very black, or no, sorry, blackest black. I'm just going to go on along that waterline with the brush that the liner came with. And there's that. Okay. So there's that. And now I'm going to go in with, there it is, it's hidden by my mirror. I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl Lash Blast Fusion Mascara in Very Black, which is where I got the Very Black earlier. It's the name of the shade of my mascara. I'm just going to wiggle it and kind of do upward strokes along my lashes. I didn't even touch my eye, but I got really close to it, sorry. And on the lower lashes as well. What I love about this mascara is I don't really necessarily have to dip the wand back into the mascara to do my upper and lower lashes on an eye, and if I really want to I could probably just pull it out and just put it on, apply it to both sets of eyelashes and be good, but I do dip it back in between eyes just because it intensifies it just a little bit, I think. I may be wrong, but okay. Now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Baby Lips Lip Balm. And for this video, I'm going to use a nude shade lipstick and then a pink gloss over top. So this is the Elizabeth Arden Lip Spa lip color in the shade Mauve Dreams. Okay, and now I'm going to go in with my Estee Lauder lip gloss. It's the Pure Color Envy lip gloss in the shade Reckless Bloom. It's such a pretty gloss, and I love the flat-tipped, like the flat-sided wand. It's really neat. Okay, I'm just going to kind of tap it. I'm not going to swipe it. I'm just going to tap it over top. I should really stop trying to speak while I'm applying this. Put my lips together. Okay, so that completes this look. Actually, no it doesn't, but I would usually set this with my Hard Candy setting spray, but I forgot to bring it in here. So, but that's what I would usually do, is at the end of this I would set it. So, with that being said, Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button below and leave a comment down there below the video. Thanks guys!